In this video, we're going to talk about how we can use price action rules to help us navigate the market and identify high probability setups. We're looking at S&P 500 and mini futures, and we have short-term bearish trend that ended with a break and new extreme tested. We have a bullish correction, but instead of market reversing to the upside, market broke to the downside, and we have a brand new downtrend established. In fact, this is significant push working lower. This is no correction. So right now what I have to do is I have to identify a channel, and I have two main alternatives to explain this bearish price action. Number one, I can start at the very top and identify broad channel, something like this, but this channel feels a little bit too wide, so much intermittent at the bottom, it has overshoot anyway. Or I can draw, and what I prefer a little bit better is to draw a more recent channel, because candles fit a little bit better inside of this channel. It represents the structure a little bit better. I can navigate the price action just a little bit better, but I get overshoot anyway. So it doesn't really matter which channel you draw, you still have overshoot, which means you expect stronger pullback in the opposite direction. We broke the trend channel line. You can see how it keeps breaking trend channel line. If I'm going to draw a line like this, I have so much empty room, basically no other swing that will help me anchor this trend channel line to make sure this is an overshoot. So in a situation like this, it's better to treat it as overshoot. And in fact, you have it confirmed by decisive clean push above EMA. So this is exactly how market will react if there is overshoot, because after overshoot, you're going to have stronger bullish push in the opposite direction. Now, the main bias, however, is bearish. You can see we traded down significantly. And in price action, bigger bias takes precedence. So this is something I keep in back of my mind, expecting market to eventually go lower. I just need to time it correctly. So I'm just patiently waiting for the decisive break below EMA. As long as I'm above EMA, I cannot really sell, especially after overshoot. And you can see market still above EMA, which is definitely not uncommon. It can happen after overshoot, a little bit stronger push. You have some nice second entry long, but you can't really take it after the decisive push down. Locally it looked good, but we have to skip. Market continues to go higher, and I can see EMA holding. We cannot really reverse. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw spike and a channel pattern, something like this, because the bullish correction is stronger, it's more structured, and it aligns with the EMA. Okay, let's see what's going to happen. A little bit conflicting at this point. You're asking yourself, is the downtrend going to get new low or the uptrend going to get new high? Since this uptrend is so structured and there was overshoot, you're expecting new high first, but eventually still you're expecting new low to be tested, which means the long setup needs to form really good, because this is smaller pattern compared to big bias, big bearish trend down. So if you're thinking about buying, you need a really clean setup, okay? And if you're thinking about selling, you can be a little bit more aggressive, because that's the bigger bias. So you always want to navigate the price action by following the bigger bias. That's how you're going to make the most money, staying with the main trend. You have a new low, lowest low, this pullback, first entry short. I was thinking about felt second entry short above EMA, because I can clearly see prices pushing back above the EMA. But by the time you get a felt second entry short, notice you already have double top. You have double top, which is almost new high tested. So I don't want to take this felt second entry short. It's too late, because double top is very close to new high tested. Market may consider this as new high tested already, especially since the main trend was bearish. So can I go short here? Excuse me, can I go long here? Okay. You have that one tick higher breaking new high, so our trend played out. We have some resistance form, and you have a lower high confirmation of the triple top. And you can see how broad the break was. You have spike, channel pattern, break, push to new high, first attempt, second attempt, finally tested it, and you have some nice lower high below EMA. If there wasn't this triple test, I wouldn't like this lower high, because it's not reversal pattern, but because you can see the strong key level, one bounce, second bounce, third bounce, nice juicy bearish bar. More advanced trader actually can consider it without waiting for reversal pattern, only because there's this important key level that is signaling to us that really right now we're gonna go lower. Okay, can we get a felt second entry long below EMA? We cannot. We push too far down for felt second entry long. Felt second entry long should form close to the EMA. So right now I'm waiting for second entry short, which would also be breakout pullback. You can see some small consolidation, not really that significant, but if this key level is going to transform into resistance, it will give me more confidence that right now this downtrend is going to get new low tested, and this secondary channel needs new low as well. So this is always preferred context when two channels need new extreme. Okay, this is where you're starting to pay attention, because this is where the price action rules align, and you can anticipate the setup in advance. So we have a new low here, counting technique, first entry short. Can I get a second entry short? I have a very sketchy second entry short right here above EMA. Not ideal, but at least correction played out and I have to get pullback. So right now I need to see a lower high below EMA. Okay, and I have a lower high right here. Now what is nice about this lower high once again is that you have triple test. A little bit bounce here, bounce here, bounce here. The bar is quite big, 4.75. Actually, it's not that big. It's only the ATR was today quite low. It's not even 5 points. So this is decent lower high triple test. You can use limit order, but this is a decent entry to consider. Lower high triple test. You have 2 legs up, breakout pullback, 2 downtrend, need new low. The context is strong, and when the context is strong, the signal bar doesn't have to be as perfect. You can either drop a limit order and wait for it to get filled, or you have a little bit follow-up pattern, new high, first entry long, second entry long failure, nice bearish bar, only 2.5 points, smaller risk. So if you're not in this trade, which I understand because the bar was quite big and you don't want to risk too big of a limit order, you can right now consider failed second entry long because context still remains the same. You're still below EMA. We're not going higher as a failed second entry long. Remember, this downtrend needs new low. The main one needs new low. 2 legs up. Breakout pullback. There is no reason for prices to go higher. Your stop loss goes 1 tick above signal bar every single time. You just have to ride the pullback a little bit. And right now, this channel played with a break new low. At this point, I was not really expecting new low for this channel because we are pushing so far away from it. But you can see the right move is still to expect new low because prices are still trading to the downside. There's no new high for this trend. And since there's no new high for this uptrend, the bias is still bearish. Also, what you can do is draw kind of like a secondary pattern, supportive pattern, something like this. Draw this price action. You have a little bit of an overshoot when you're watching this live, tiny overshoot. But because this main leg is still expected to get test eventually, okay, if I'm going to zoom out, you can see really the main bias is bearish and we're expecting prices to continue. I would disregard the overshoot a little bit because I still have the price action tail. Let me delete this. So you can see you still have the tail here. So you still have some point where you can anchor the trend channel line. This is not such a bad overshoot, so you can still play it like this. I would skip the first second entry short though. If there's nice second entry short, there's no good second entry short. The signal bar is weak. But hopefully it makes sense because you're already thinking, hold on, if there's overshoot or not. Okay, if you're going to widen, you still bounce off the trend channel line, which means there can be a little bit stronger pullback. So even with textbook second entry short, I'll probably skip simply because the ambiguity about the overshoot. Now you have a new high first entry long, second entry long failure. You're selling closer to the EMA. I actually like this setup more now. Decent failed second entry long. You can consider. The bar is not great, but I like the triple test here. It's a failed second entry long. You're selling really high. Work for a small scalp. Anything bigger would have ended up being a losing trade. But now you have additional bounce, and this is a really great trade. Multiple test, great bearish bar. You know, uptrend has a break. One test, second test. You know, we're not going higher, and this is multiple tests, great bearish bar. Another high probability pattern. The EMA and the trend line keeps holding. Excuse me, EMA and this scale keeps holding strongly. Can I get some mini low high? This would be a great trade to consider. Basically, you can see something that's happening here is a repeat pattern. What is happening right here? This right here looks very similar to what is happening here. You still need new low, and you're inside of the secondary channel, but there is no trigger. There is no break below this bar, so can't really enter now, which is a shame because you can see how market dropped lower. And right now we have overshoot of this channel, okay? Now this main channel played out, but because this price action is so structured, there's too many low highs and low lows. You can see it doesn't really look like a push to new low. It looks like a brand new trend on its own. I would still continue playing this downtrend. However, I have overshoot, so I need to redraw a short-term channel. Okay. It's not really acting like overshoot, but even if I'm gonna widen like this, I still end up with some overshoot. Okay, so the bottom is falling down. The channel is quite all over the place simply because now I have no bounces here. Okay, if I'm gonna widen even like this, I really have no points right here. This is quite unusual, so let's see what's gonna happen. Just remain patient, remain open-minded. Okay, break new high. Okay, we're still above EMA. Okay, this looks like we have new low test that is going to come up. new low first entry short, but you're back above the EMA. Okay, so this was rather confusing because now we have downtrend that should get new low tested, okay, but at the same time, this looks like two legs up, okay, but also what I can see is that you have uptrend break new high and you have a brand new push up. So it also looks like there is secondary channel like this. This was quite a difficult area because it looks like there's a new channel like this, but at the same time, on the bigger picture, it looks like two legs up and you trade it down for the most part. So once again, you already know when you're conflicted, what you're going to do, you're going to sit on your hands and you're not going to take any trades. Okay, you're going to wait for price action to get confirmed, for confirmed structure, so you know exactly what you're trading. You can't really take any trade here, no nothing. Okay, breaking new high. Okay, we have a very nice trade right here. In hindsight, there's no good, you cannot go long, second entry long, inside bar you cannot take. Then you're breaking below EMA. This trade looks really great in hindsight. We have new high first entry long, second entry long failure, and then you have lower high confirmation trade. Now, if this trade happened after this two-legged pullback right here, this would be much easier to take. But once you have this push to new high here, this entire push was quite structured, and I was a little bit confused. Hold on, is there a wider pattern or not? So I don't really know if I'm supposed to be looking for longs or short. Okay, because this bullish correction was a little bit longer than this two-legged pullback, and it's a little bit difficult to sell this when you're watching this live. But once again, if this was just two-legged pullback and the measure move ended here without this bullish push face, this lower high would be great. I'm gonna mark it, but it's a hindsight trade only. A very advanced trader can take it. It's much easier to wait for this push down. Okay, nice push down, so I'm gonna redraw. The downtrend is not acting like overshoot. Okay, I'm really expecting right now test new low of this downtrend because such a decisive spike below EMA. The trend line aligns with the EMA. New low, first entry short. Can I get a second entry short to EMA? No, just new low first entry short to new low. Downtrend played out. Now it's too late. Market's about to close, and you can see market's making its way to test the new low, but simply way too late. Market's about to close. New low was tested, but nothing we can do. It was too late to take a trade. Okay, so this is the overall structure for today. Finally, a little bit better price action, a little bit easier to read, more movement. Also, we had more setups to take advantage of yesterday, and the day before was really slow with very few trades. So today was a little bit better. Fortunately, this area and this area offered few decent trades where basically a lot of price action rules align. This push down still needs new low tested, and you have a couple of short-term channels that help you as well. But more importantly, we have nice key levels, triple test, multiple test, real great price action. Then long area of nothing happening here. You can't take trade to either direction. Once again, this trade only in hindsight trade, and this second entry short-headed form would be ideal because this decisive spike really needs new low, but unfortunately there was only first entry short. So yeah, decent price action. I hope you capitalize on today's structure. You can see once again a bunch of overshoots. So don't really argue with overshoots. Every single time you're not sure, I've realized through experience it's almost always better just to accept the fact that there is most likely overshoot. Okay, because even if there is a bigger channel, wider channel, you're still bouncing off the very extreme of the trend channel line, and there can be stronger pullback just because the push phase ended and you're at the extreme of the trend channel line. So if you think there's overshoot, especially if you're a beginner trader, just play the overshoot. You're always better off missing a trade than having unnecessarily losing trade by selling at the very bottom of the push phase when there's going to be stronger pullback. Okay, so it's a good lesson to learn. Don't argue with overshoots. If you're not sure which when you're trading live, it's harder than in hindsight. Just respect the overshoot. You can always adapt. You can always widen the channel. You can always draw a different channel. That's the way how to play it. You need to protect your capital first and foremost and not really be gambling, because if you gamble, you're not really betting on the edge. You're hoping to get lucky, and you can only get so far. So hope you had a good training. I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna talk to you next time. Good luck your trading.